What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I got something a little bit different for you guys, but do not worry because the Flipping with One GP will be coming back next week. Woo! But today, recently I was at KBD, King Black Dragon for Slayer, and I got incredibly lucky. So I'm going to show you my drops, and then I'll also be submitting that to SparcMacLive. And afterwards, I'm going to show you how you can actually properly mathematically calculate the rarity of back-to-back drops. So let's jump right into it. See you guys in a bit. Alright, what is up, Sparc Mac Live? Just in the middle of a KBD trip. But as you can see, as I entered the lair, my first kill, okay, Dragon Pickaxe. My second kill, KBD Heads, okay. And my third kill, KBD Heads again. And I actually did the math to get those 3 drops in a row, back to back to back, is exactly 1 in 24.5 million. And to top it off, the D pick is now worth about 6 mil. So that's pretty sweet. Now, if you're wondering how I calculated the odds and the rarity of these drops, these back-to-back drops, and how you can do it yourself quite easily, stick around. It's going to get a little bit nerdy, a little bit mathematical, but I'll explain the whole entire process and how it works. Alright guys, so basically all you need to do to figure out the rarity of your drops of anything you get is go to Old School RuneScape Wiki and search the monster. So here I am under King Black Dragon, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it's going to show you all the drops and the chances you have in getting it. So under rarity, you're always going to get bones and black d'hide, right? But it's also going to show you the rarity of the other items. So common, common, uncommon, and for the more rare drops, it will give you the odds. For example, to get a Dragon Med Helm, it's 1 out of 128, and to get a Dragon Pickaxe, it's 1 out of 1,500. So how could it possibly be that these 3 drops, back to back to back, add up to being 1 in 24 million? Well, if we look at the Dragon Pickaxe, it's 1 in 1,500, and the KBD Heads are 1 in 128. So it doesn't really make sense that they would be that rare, but you have to keep in mind you're calculating the rarity of getting these drops in a row. And how you do that is basically you just need a calculator and you're going to multiply. So the rarity of getting the pickaxe is 1 in 1,500, and now the reason that makes it so rare is that your next drop could be any single drop, right? And it's very rare that it would be KBD Heads. So you actually multiply 1,500 by 128, okay? That equals 1 in 192,000 to just get a pickaxe and KBD Heads back to back. But, of course, I got it 3 times, so you have to multiply by 128 again, giving us the total of 1 in 24.5 million. Now, I know what you're thinking, this math is not correct, it doesn't seem like it should be, but that's exactly how you do it, and if you want to stick around a little bit longer, I will explain to you how it works and why it is this way. We're going back to like grade 5 math and using tree charts here. But let me explain a little bit why it can be so rare. Keeping in mind that you're accounting for everything, okay? So, for example, you might say, okay, what about hitting the rare drop table? It's 1 in 16. The odds of hitting are 1 in 16. Well, that means if I hit the rare drop table and whatever, get 3 gems in a row, 16 times 16 times 16, well, the odds of that happening are rarer than getting the pet. Well, technically, yes, it is, but it's only rarer because the odds of you getting that in a row. So if you have 10 kills, it's very likely that you might hit the rare drop table, once, right? But if you hit it more than once, it's quite rare. But if you hit it 3 times in a row, well, the odds of that happening are 1 in 4,000. To better help you better understand, I'm going to give you an example with some dice. This way to help you understand this is basically, let me show you the math using something as simple as a dice. If you're going to roll any number on a dice, you have a 1 in 6 chance. But let's read here, the probability of rolling a specific number twice in a row is indeed 1 in 36. Why? Because we have a 1 out of 6 chance, okay? So those odds are 1 in 6. But then you have to multiply again by 6, because you have another 1 in 6 chance, which gives you indeed 1 in 36. Now, hold on, let me show you a picture that might make it a little bit more clear. So here's your first roll. You have the chance of rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So even if you roll a 6 twice, you again have the chance of rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but your first roll could have been a 5, and your second roll could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So really the odds here are 6 for the first roll, but then you have times 6, times 6, times 6, times 6, times 6, right? So it is in fact 36 if you add these up, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, right? So I know it seems a little bit confusing, but what are the odds of rolling a 6 twice? Well, you have a 1 in 6 chance of rolling it once, and a 1 in 6 chance of rolling it again, but you have to multiply 6 times 6 times 6 would be 1 in 36 chance. I hope that helps you understand a little bit better how to calculate the rarity of your own drops, especially, more specifically, if you are getting these things in a row. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it got a little bit confusing. If you have any questions, just feel free to leave them in the comments section down below, and I'll try to make it a little bit more clear. Again, of course, you could do something like, the odds of me getting a rune longsword, well, it's common, it's 1 in 16. I got a rune longsword, and then I got an adamant kite shield, and then I got air runes, and then I got a law rune, and if you do all, add those up, okay, well, 1 in 16 times 1 out of 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 16. Oh my goodness, these drops I got are 1 in a million, but I get them all the time. Yes, but the odds of getting the drops in the exact order that you received them in are actually 1 in a million. So I know it can be a bit confusing, but specifically for rare drops, like getting something like a D pickaxe, and then a visage, and then the pet, would be incredibly rare. It would be 15, oops, sorry. Let's do this, 1500 times 3000 times 5000. To get those drops back to back to back would be, oh my goodness, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It would be 1 in 22 billion if you got visage, pet, and pickaxe in a row. Right? So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Back to the regular videos next week. Please leave a like and a comment if you did, and I will see you guys for Flipping with 1 GP. Big things are coming, all right? Thanks again. Goodbye.